Here's why you shouldn't buy the Lambo first, delay your gratification, and do this instead. Here's why delaying your gratification, especially on the front end, it is the single most important ingredient of success. Instead of using your time and resources, buying liabilities like the nice cars, vacationing, whatever else you're spending money on, instead use that time and energy and put it into self-compounding cash flowing assets so you can have that most important freedom, which is the time freedom, and use the Bankability roadmap on how to get from point A to where you are to point B to where you need to be. What does that look like? Well, that looks like, first, let me tell you what the average person's life looks like. They have a house. Let's say this is your house. Let's say you own it. Well, that house that you own and you're so proud of, and you should be proud. It's a great accomplishment, but it's a liability. Now, understanding that you're putting all your time, efforts behind a liability, and you would argue against it and saying, no, Peter, it's an asset because the value appreciated and I'm up, let's say 200,000. You're not up, it doesn't matter, because when you sell it, you're going to upgrade your lifestyle or buy something even more expensive. So it's going to keep taking money away and it doesn't do anything to bring you cash flow. Now, if you downgrade your life and move to a little condo, sure, you see a little bit of money. But 9 out of 10, that's a liability. And that liability here, traditionally speaking, when you go into your loan officer, unless they're a bankability expert or a certified bankability expert, they don't know, and they will recommend and they'll qualify for up to 1/3 of your gross income. Then you're going to have all your expenses, leaving your net of very little. It is my preference of coming here, and then you have all your other expenses, auto, credit cards, whatever else you have going on. In fact, I just had a client that took on a loan for his kids, Parent Plus, and he's still paying off his loans from when he was in college. Absolute crazy. I mean, that stuff doesn't pencil. What we should be doing instead is whatever's left, put all of our time and energy into my favorite asset class, self-compounding and cash flowing, 7 ways to make money in it, and that is residential real estate. And if you use the way I purchase them with the Diamond Wealth real estate system, you will save money on the front end and have instant equity on day one. We're maximizing our equity, cash flow, and minimizing our out-of-pocket. Now, imagine if you just make $500 a month, which is $6,000 a year on, let's say, one house. Now, this number here, it's not that impressive. But you know what is impressive? That you're not trading your time for it. Because here, whatever you're making, you're probably working 8 to 5, whatever, W-2, or you're running your own business, but you're actively in it. You're paying max tax. And then if you take this income, and if you spend this income on the liabilities and the wants in life, you are literally jeopardizing your financial future. So I have no issues with you spending some of that cash flow on the wants, on the liabilities in life. Your car is a liability, right? It always depreciates. It just does nothing to bring you income. Jewelry, vacations, yes, they make you feel good. You have some memories, but they're liabilities. You have to understand it. So the sooner you start building up your self-compounding cash flowing assets, the better off you'll be. Imagine if this was times 10. Now all of a sudden you have $60,000 coming in without trading your time. Take that 60 and you want that nice watch, well, take 20 of it and buy your nice watch. Now you can justify it. But you can't justify it here. And especially you can if you're taking on debt to buy in the liabilities in life. I have no issues using proper structure, leverage, bankability. It is the premise and foundation behind the bankability movement. But it is using it to buy self-compounding cash flowing assets, not liabilities. So the sooner you adopt bankability and understand how to get from where we are today to where you want to be, which is here, because the most important asset is our time, not money. Because understanding on a long enough timeline, we die. So the sooner we can start living the dream today and planning tomorrow, the better off you'll be.